Hello everybody, welcome back to Sorcery. I took a little break, I don't really remember where we were at here. We just got to the festival with Jann, kid festival thing. Decided not to help the woman. We're gonna go talk to some drunk children now, I think. Behind the bar, a thick-set man is wiping mugs down with an old rag. "Greetings, stranger," he calls. "I'm Glandragor. Can I be helping you?" "Greetings. I've come a long way." "I'm sure you have. Take a seat." You do so, and Jann leads up and onto the counter. Glandragor seems amused rather than alarmed by the creature. "How much is ale?" you ask. 2 gold pieces, and it's the finest in town." "Well, it's the only ale in town." "I make sure of that." Alright, sure, we have plenty of gold. You put 2 gold pieces down on the countertop, and Glandragor pulls you a mug of beer. It's warm, frothy, and deeply refreshing. Glandragor smiles. "You look like you've been on the road a while." "You have no idea," you reply. Glandragor nods. "Tell me about this village." Glandragor shrugs. "Not much to say. What you see is what you get. This place keeps going because it's on the only route between Kar and Kentopani. If one of these mountains falls or the river freezes over, then this place will be a desert in 2 weeks. "I'm headed for Kar myself." No reason not to tell him. "Of course you are," he grins. "Didn't I just tell you that?" Fair enough. Fair enough. What can you tell me about it? "Ah, Kar. I loved a girl in Kar once. It's a town for love, you know. You have to live every day like it's your last in Kar, because the chances are high that it will be. Now, there's a city of thieves if ever there was one." So he calls it the town for love, and then immediately follows that up with the city of thieves. Well done. Well done. "I can watch my back." "Well, don't forget to watch your front as well." Glandragor beams. "They'll come at you whichever way." Glandragor goes back to wiping down his bar. Then a thought occurs to him. "You'll be passing through Torapani, I suppose. The Svins in Torapani are normally a merry lot, but they're pretty depressed at the moment. There's a real gloom about that place." "What's the matter with them?" "Oh, well." He thinks for a moment, then waves away whatever was on the lip of his tongue. "I'm sure it's nothing to concern you." "Oh, it will be. I assure you that, Glandragor." From the counter, Jann issues a loud burp. He has been sipping ale from puddles on the bar top and is now quite drunk. Slip away. A perfect opportunity to give the critter the slip. You get quietly to your feet, but you don't quite manage it. At the last moment, Jann rouses himself and flies wobbingly back onto your shoulder. "I love you," he whispers into your ear. Creepy. Alright, let's go further into town. Why not? You head out of the tavern and turn a corner to find a group of girls standing by a signpost pointing to the crystal waterfall. They are tripping up their elders as they pass and giggling. Ask them about the waterfall. You stop by the group and ask them about the waterfall, but they are too distracted by Jann, whom they delight in poking, tickling, and generally cooing over. After a few minutes of asking them about the waterfall, you give up and walk away. One of the girls calls. "Come back!" Another shouts. "The water is good for you." Jann sighs, already missing the attention, but comes back to rest on your shoulder. You leave the girls to their snickering. Honestly, I don't really trust such a thing. And no game ever has such a thing been good. Yeah, what? I'm gonna go to the waterfall and it's gonna give me back to 16 mana, give me 10 gold and a couple rations? No, that's not gonna fucking happen. What's gonna happen is I'll be put into a spell, into some sort of trance, and something bad will happen to me. 100% of the time. Let's go a bit in a circle here. You find the village inn buried under a rocky overhang. The proprietor stands in the doorway, a formidable young girl armed with a baker's paddle.
What do you want?
She squeaks at you. A meal. If you can supply one. The girl looks down at you with a severe expression.
4 gold pieces.
She says.
No discounts.
It's steep, but you haven't eaten today and your stomach is churning. We do have rations and we're almost a car. How much for a room?
5 gold pieces.
She says.
Plenty of travelers in Biratanti. We only want the best.
See what I mean by the, 5 fucking gold pieces? Are you kidding me? I do have 20 though. Let's think about this for a sec. I slept outside last time. What happened to me when I slept outside? Was it anything really bad? I don't think it was. But that might just be luck. I do have rations. Sure, okay, I'll sleep inside for once. You pay the girl 5 gold pieces, and she directs you up a winding set of stairs to a room in the rafters of the house. From here, you have a perfect view over the madness in the streets outside. Children are running riot with blazing torches, waving them in the faces of the adults they pass. A few men have their legs and arms tied around fence posts. If this wasn't a festival, it would be a revolution. I'm just going to sleep, because what's the point in paying if I'm not going to sleep? But never mind their problems. Lying down with your sword unsheathed and ready in your grip, you stretch yourself out on the straw matting. Jann curls up under your ear. Perhaps, if you rise early, you can slip out without his noticing. The noise from the streets begins to subside as darkness spreads across the village. Your stomach rumbles painfully as you try to sleep. Well, I have rations. Why didn't you give me the option to eat it? What the fuck? Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building walls to heights before ruining them as it moves away. The rest of the night passes silently. Well, that was really a waste, was it not? Did I lose 1 stamina because I couldn't eat? Because it didn't give me the option? I guess because I didn't sleep outside? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't want to rewind for something so insubstantial. You rise early, blah blah blah. There's 2 paths. I choose the one on the right. I know this. This leads you to some flowers that kill you, and you can't get out of it because Jann's with you, which is bullshit. This is where it gets kind of cheaty because we're kind of railroaded at this point, so I know exactly what's going to happen until a specific point. We go right, you decide. Then be on your guard, Jann warns you. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin. The view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch glimpses of Kara on the northern horizon. Okay, let's eat. Taking a brief pause, you eat the last of your provisions and feel better for it. Then you continue along your path. Jann is in a talkative mood, over the worst of his headache from last night's drinking, and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see and how things smell, and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Kar. You pass from the open hillside into a patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jann falls quiet and hisses in your ear. Stop! Stop now! Because he hears something, but shut up. I'm not joking, Jann hisses. The silly thing is genuinely terrified. He shivers as he flies around your head. Something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Jann is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between 2 trees and touches your necks. You see me, whispers a voice. I know it. So, here's the thing. Last time I did this with my other guy, I just walked right through it and it was fine. So as long as you ignore this guy, he leaves you alone. However, I do want to explore a bit more, and maybe this guy's not necessarily bad. So I just walked away last time. I'm not going to draw my sword. Maybe I should answer. It doesn't want me to look. I see nothing, you call back. We are quite safe. It is not I who is safe. Who is not safe, returns the voice. Ask who is there. Who's there? There is no reply, but the tall figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before. Even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp scimitar in his hand. We can cast a spell, or we can fight him. Can't reason with him, apparently. What spells do we got here? Whatever, I can just try, right? It doesn't actually matter. Because it will tell me what the spell is before I can do anything. Oh, right. Shit. I almost fucked up again. It can't cast a spell because of Jann. No. We have to fight him. See what I mean about Jann just being like really fucking annoying? I really don't like not being able to cast spells in a game called Sorcery. It seems silly. Try for an 8 here. Blammo! The assassin nods at you, taps 2 fingers against his chest, and then takes his position. You measure the weight of your sword and then bring it to deliver a cleaving blow. The assassin turns his curved sword about, but he cannot stop your blade. You knock the assassin staggering into a tree. He seems more surprised than hurt. Closing his eyes, he murmurs a quick prayer as he sets his stance. Cut! No! You son of a bitch! Alright, we're just gonna defend here. Then we're gonna defend again. And then we're going for it. 8. He's probably gonna defend. Hell yeah. Then we're gonna go for it here. Damn it. Alright, we've got to defend. Now we're gonna go for it. Dead. Acting quickly, you swing a masterful swipe. He is off balance and moving slowly, and the blade goes deep. He turns and tumbles, releasing his sword as he topples. I am not so proud as to not admit when I am beaten, he grunts. You may finish me if you so choose, but if you do me an honor and use my own blade. So I'm going to try that again. I'll probably cut it out, but I want to see if I can do better. Alright, this seemed to be the best they could do. Let's just move on. The assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor, gasping. Through my playthroughs, he threatened me quite a bit and killed me a few times, and he was not merciful. So, we're gonna treat him the same way he treats us. With a single blow, you finish the assassin. He dies with his lips pursed in silent prayer, not cursing you, but commanding his own soul to a better place. You rifle his body for a measly 3 gold pieces. And a sword? Hello? Then continue on the path out of the woods onto a dusty hillside. Jann, for a brief while, says nothing. Perhaps he is shocked. But the blissful silence doesn't last for long. And that was keeping with her character of the 2 guys who tried to rob us way the hell back here. Dadule. She hunted that dude down and murdered him, if you recall. So not a very forgiving character, despite her... Well, I guess you could just say she's not a very nice person if she's attacked, which seems fine with me.
How much longer do you think we'll be traveling today?
The Mennonite on your shoulder asks.
I'm hungry and tired. We've gone such a long way.
You can stop here if you really want to. The Mennonite complains.
You'd like that. I'm sure you would.
Yeah, because I could have fucking just fireballed that douchebag earlier and nothing would have happened. You continue along the path and around the side of a hill. A wooden hut is set into the slope with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, and the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect straddling the water course. A few paces from the front of the house, the water plunges over the edge of a sheer cliff and disappears. That's the waterfall from earlier. So last time I tried to creep past, we ended up dying a bunch because of the Mennonite, because I couldn't cast any spells, essentially. So we're going to greet the woman instead. Greetings, you call. The woman looks up at you and smiles.
Come over here, won't you? She calls. I can barely see you.
Yeah. Sure, why not? We also have that torn page that she's going to want as well. You approach the old woman. She smiles a toothless smile and gets up from the step.
Come in, please, she beckons. I get so lonely living out here on my own, away from the villages.
Alright, sure, why not? Thank you. You follow her inside and take a seat by a long wooden table.
I'll bring us some tea, she says.
She sounds almost nervous. Hurrying to her kitchen, she returns with two large cups.
Watch it,
Jann whispers in your ear.
I don't trust this one. Not that I care what happens to you, of course.
Fuck you, Jann. Drink the tea. You make to sip your tea when the old woman stops you, catching your arm before the cup reaches your lips.
Oh,
She says suddenly.
I've forgotten the pot.
She goes back to the kitchen to fetch it. Drink my tea. You lift your mug, blow away the steam, and take a sip as the old lady returns. I do love my tea, by the way. The old lady lifts her own mug and takes a deep gulp. Your own tea is gently refreshing. Then she splutters and coughs and grips her side. Help her.
Something wrong? Oh, no,
She replies, trying to smile, but clearly doubled up in pain. Stumbling and almost falling, she staggers to her kitchen and gulps down another drink. When she returns, she seems much better again.
I'm not as young as I was,
She explains. All the same, she pushes her tea to one side.
But tell me about you. You're a traveler.
Yes. That's right, I'm going to car. She claps her hands.
How wonderful. Such a delightful city.
Indeed, you answer. Although, why would I say indeed? I don't fucking know.
Tell me, on your journey, you didn't happen to come across an old man, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Not just any old man.
She insists.
This one was carrying a page from a spell book.
Yeah, we got one. You pull the spell page from your pack and her eyes light up. Giggling with glee, she snatches it. Who was the old man?
A rogue and a bandit.
She replies, spitting.
4 days ago, I was visited by a traveler such as yourself. But when I was away making my tea, as I always do, he started leafing through my book and tore out a page. He must have been a wizard of power, because he vanished almost too fast for me to curse him.
What curse did you cast?
Well, you saw him.
She replies.
I aged him. Didn't stop him from escaping, though.
She fusses with the page, repairing her spell book with some gentle magic.
Shall I show you how useful the spell is?
What do you mean?
Well,
She makes a little gesture at something behind you.
how can I put this? You're sure you don't want me to get rid of you, to rid you of a pest?
And you realize she's looking at Jann. Sure, get rid of him.
My pleasure.
Jann begins to squeal and screech and make some awful noises about what he'll do if he ever catches up with you again. But it doesn't stop the old lady from casting her spell. The Minimite vanishes. Fuck you, Jann. You know, typically I would like a character like that. However, you do tell him to go away like 10 times. And he's like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck you. Now, if I had like invited him to come with me, that's understandable. But, and also he doesn't allow me to cast cool, awesome spells. You feel a flow of magic back through your body. You hadn't realized it was gone. But with the Minimite around, your spells have been weakened, and now you're strong once more. Where is he? Is he dead? The old woman shakes her head.
Oh no, but with any luck you won't see him again.
You nod at that and leave her hut. Alright, well, we probably will see him again. We never prayed to our dolphin, by the way. Maybe we'll have to once we reach this village. Alright, so we've reached Torapani. I will see you guys next time. Bye!